Louisiana Beer Reviews looks at Bumper Crop Honey Ale from Squatters. 12-ounce embossed bottle. It's nice. Collectible. Like summer in a bottle, even though it's spring. Bumper Crop starts with the gentle aromas of lavender, local honey, and it says it's a soft, slightly sweet finish. 5.5% alcohol. It's simply beautiful. Beautiful. This beer be so good. I be loving this beer. I hope. Unfiltered. Bumper Crop Honey Ale. And there's a tractor and Utah and the West and farming and just Wasatch and Squatters combined into the Utah Brewers Cooperative, and some sort of ale with ingredients that they don't talk about on the website. It gets a good score on Beer Advocate with 35 ratings. 83 out of 100 on Rate Beer, 92 out of 100 for the style with 36 ratings. So we're only talking about 71 ratings. And yes, you know I'm about to say, this is the first video review for this beer in the world. You can find this at Mathern's. You can find this at the Red, White, and Brew and some other stores that sell Squatters beers. Honeybees make honey. That thing sounded like it was about to blow up. Will it be good? Will it be delicious? Will I go get a glass? Go get my glass. Okay, You little bottle liquor. All right. Pot liquor. Honey Brown Lager. Extra rich. That's a lager. This is an ale. A lager. Ale. Bottom fermented. Top fermented. New York. Utah. East. West. It's no longer available in my area that I know of. Still available. I don't know what happened to the Dundee. It doesn't say Dundee, it just says Honey Brown Lager, but on the side of the can it says Dundee Brewing, Rochester, New York. We do get some stuff from the Rochester Brewery. We're getting Genesee Cream Ale at Dorgnac's, but the last couple of times I went there I didn't see it. I don't guess it sold too well. It was like hidden on the shelf anyway. Mostly what we get is those contract brews, which thankfully are dying out. Even Whole Foods can't pawn them off on people like that. 4 in hand wheat ale and that horrible IPA they made, all from the Winery Exchange, which contract brews with Rochester for their store brand beers. They make a lot of brands though. You get on the Winery Exchange website, it's pretty incredible. Most of it is the same stuff, I think. Port Royal and all that. Alright. You try selling that Walgreens stuff around here. That Big Flats 1901, it lasted about a month. People in Louisiana may not drink the best beer, but they sure ain't drinking that junk. That kind of stuff. Like Milwaukee Special Reserve and Beer 30. They can't sell that here. This head did not last. It was medium or medium to thin to medium in white. It died out. Kind of reminds me of that Dundee. It's a honey appearance, like clover honey. Don't see any bubbles. Let's get in with the aroma. Smells really strange. Yeah, like some kind of wildflowers. Like if you were cutting the grass on a median or the neutral ground in a highway, like a like say you were riding through Texas on US Highway 190 between Bryant, Texas and Huntsville or somewhere out there, and you went and saw a bunch of wildflowers, and it was like a 4-lane road, 2 lanes east, 2 lanes west, and they had the wildflowers in the middle, and you cut them with a lawnmower. It would make this weird smell. Like grass and wildflowers. Maybe honey, some ale, some sweetness. At first I didn't like the smell, but now I'm starting to like it. I'm starting to really like it. Okay, let's go to the flavor. Like Lady Bird Johnson said, we're going to beautify the highways. She actually came up with that idea of planting wildflowers all over. And they did that around here in Louisiana, the Wildflower Project. But from what I can see, it didn't last. I thought it was neat. She was also a trustee of the National Geographic Society until she died. It's a fact. This is a real strange beer, and it's really hard to rate. Well, I can taste the alcohol, 5.5. It tastes like Bud Ice. People are saying he's insane. No, it does have that Bud Ice aspect with the ABV. I was thinking about Bud Ice earlier today. I was looking at some cans and bottles at a racetrack. But it does have that aspect. I don't know if Squatters was shooting for Bud Ice. I'm pretty sure that was not what they were aiming for. But it does have that. In the wildflowers, they say lavender. I've never eaten that. That herb. It's strange because honey is like the least pronounced flavor. So think of some sort of herbs, like in a spice section in a store. Bud Ice. Some yeastiness, but it's still in line with the Bud Ice. A background of honey. I was going to say Newcastle Brown Ale. I know that's not correct. I'm trying to think of it reminds me of an ale. Doggone it. Oh yeah, you know what? Maybe that, the one from Red Hook. It was the one made with Dan Patrick. It was that Red Hook. Well, whatever it was, I had bought it in a 12-pack sampler, and I didn't like it at first, and then it really grew. It grew on me. Yeah, so Red Hook, whatever that Dan Patrick beer is, ale, Bud Ice, the yeast from Bud Ice, lavender or whatever herbs, and a background of honey. Okay, it's a whole lot different than the honey brown lager from Dundee. I have to admit that, but it's good in its own right. It's interesting. It's not all flavored beer. Excuse me. It is a beer that has a beer flavor with subtle added flavor notes. So I like the way they did it. It might throw you at first though, so don't rush into it. Just approach it with a an idea that you're going to contemplate it. Okay, it's really good. So I'm going to give it an A. I think it's a most excellent beer. It just continually improves as I'm drinking it down and smelling it. So, Les Bon Temps Roulé. Most excellent beer from Squatters. And I'm going to end this review by saying, y'all go. Y'all come on down to Baton Rouge and go to a Louisiana State University baseball game.